watching the SEC on ESPN tonight from Venerable Memorial Gym in Nashville. Home to the Commodores for more than 60 years, and tonight Vanderbilt takes on the Kentucky Wildcats. These two teams met 3 times last year, including a classic in the championship game of the SEC tournament. Darius Miller knocked down the jumper for the Cats, and Kentucky seemed poised to pull away for a 3rd straight time. But Jeffrey Taylor had a team-high 18. And then freshman Kedron Johnson, a daring drive, the 3-point play to put the Commodores up for good, 71-64. An emotional victory for Commodore head coach Kevin Stallings, who finally broke through against the Wildcats in a big spot. Fuller on him. Kyle's only given away about a foot. Getting some help from Henderson. Now Harrow's going to shoot, and Harrow's been playing much better of late, and he has the first points of the night. With the charge from Poitras counting as a turnover. Now Vanderbilt's turned it over for the first time. Harrow's got Noel.
Harris slowed down as soon as that's a great play by a guard.
Playing the way Calipari would like for him to play. Kentucky has played much better, and Johnson has his first bucket. It's 5-4. Poitras, good move all the way inside. Now it has his first deuce.
That was an example of Kentucky's offense getting down the floor. Okay, here we're going to see, watch him slow down right there, realizing that he's got an ease. So didn't try to push anything, waited on his big guy to come in for the dunk.
Goodwin. For his first bucket, it's a 2. Archie averaging nearly 16 points per game, and always gone well on the road. Had a rough night at Notre Dame in Louisville, but Vanderbilt not quite at that level as Odom has his shot rejected as he goes for the drive. Averaging about 17 points per game, and he's given a real fluidity to this Kentucky offense. Shelby Moats is into the game, and he promptly has his shot blocked away. Wright State, Goodwin had his feet set again. A little bit long. Odom and Johnson were fighting for it. Goodwin took it away, and Noel flushes it.
Goodwin did a great job recovering from what was basically a poor shot. Afraid to go to the bucket with it. Here, we're going.
Look at that play by Archie Goodwin.
Well, he knew where Noel was. You know, Kentucky's doing a really good job of knowing where each other is.
7 of them. They've still got a ways to go. Kedron Johnson still can't get it to go, and there's a lid on the basket for Vanderbilt. Harrow over Johnson, and he scores. What a teardrop rain bringer for Ryan Harrow, and he has 5 beneath their own basket. Here's Ryan Harrow seeing the floor, coach.
Really good. He comes to a stop all the way down the court, like we said before. He's looked and had a nice soft touch over the defense.
Noel's going to get a break. Willie Cauley-Stein, the 7-footer's back in. He's got it under the basket, and he's got an easy one.
How about the pass, Reese? How about catching it and looking and knowing where they're...
Harrow has it, and he's wide open, and he knocks it down. Ryan Harrow is playing some terrific basketball on Saturday before Duke and North Carolina State square off in the Saturday Showcase. Here in the SEC, Wildcats up by 7. Noel all the way and using the left hand nicely.
Little move, little good head fake, something with it. But even though Kentucky has got a quickness and size advantage inside, they've still got to go inside, they being Vanderbilt, to do something to get to the free throw line.
Shot clock headed to 10. Archie Goodwin guarded by Parker. Goodwin gets by him. A lot of contact, and the freshman all the way to the bucket.
It's just what we were talking about, the defensive man to his left.
Somebody needs to call help. Get those puppies moving. Odom rejected by Noel. Middle with a little caution when Nerlens Noel is patrolling the middle. Odom went up. Noel rejected it. And the Kentucky defense is stifling the Commodores. Wildcats by a dozen. When you have a lot of young guys, all of whom are used to being the focal point of an offense.
Well, I think that you talk about
those two big guys working together, Cauley-Stein to Noel.
They just waited till the right moment to make the pass.
By Kedron Johnson.
Well, now that was the first time that Kentucky has not really moved to get pressure on the drive.
Harrow the feed to Cauley-Stein, the flush and 1. Another good look from Ryan Harrow. Willie Cauley-Stein those big long arms that he used to catch 16 touchdown passes as a receiver in football. And now he's on the receiving end from Hager. The flush and one. Wildcats up by
that. The defensive man came out that time, and so that gave you a chance to get past him, which is just what happened, and that's what they've got to do. Bring those guys up a little higher so you can drive past them instead of driving into them. There's a big difference.
Moats active on the glass. Odom gets it. Dejon Parker for three, and it rattles out. Odom another chance. It's blocked by Mays out of bounds. Vanderbilt will keep the ball. Gets sweet around that three-point line, especially a team like Vanderbilt. Nearly 42% of their shot attempts come from behind the arc. There is a shot fake. Moats tried to go over the top, and that is not going to work. Well, Shelby Moats used the shot fake well here, Bob, but then a little bit overmatched from behind the arc. Kentucky with the ball in a 13-point lead as we're headed down toward a minute and a half to go. That was almost a Euro step looking move from Archie Goodwin, and the Wildcats are up by 15. Misses. Odom comes up with the offensive rebound. Here's Kyle Fuller, who's been pretty quiet, and it's the seventh block shot of the night for the Cats. Noel getting another one.
Defensively, and comes down, and with 10 seconds gone on the shot clock, throws up a three. That's going from good to bad, and my thought shot, you know, that's a shot on the move, going right-handed shooter, going left. He's really got to take time to get squared up.
Arrow shooting from the corner. Cauley-Stein, offensive rebound, and the stick back.
See, that's another area that we haven't talked about.
Can't hit the shot. And Noel gives it to Harrell, and Kentucky has it back. Mays firing for three, and he's got it.
See, that's what Kentucky can do. They've got three kids that can hit the three-point shot from outside, and if they've got an opening, now there was no defensive
on iron. So too does Fuller. Goodwin all the way in, and Kentucky has stretched its lead to 16. Kentucky seems to know itself well. It only attempted 11 three-pointers, hit just 2 of them. Goodwin's in the paint again. The tip up by Poitras won't go. Goodwin's still fighting for it, and he puts it home. This is a good-looking, strong freshman guard.
You know, a missed shot with Kentucky, like
Poitras grabbed Jeter as he was cutting baseline. That's his third foul.
There's a scrap inside, just like we were talking about. Missed shot. Kentucky goes to the board hard and comes up with a
lead. Cats closing in on 9 minutes since they've scored a field goal.
See, now Wiltshire had to try to go to the bucket, but although they get the three, it was a good pass out, good setup with the shot.
No good. Cauley-Stein fighting for the offensive rebound. Shelby Moats has it. Noel's trying to get it away. Bodies flying, and the Doors have it with inside 3 minutes to go. Parker with the big grab. Perhaps an overly aggressive pass that time. Odom being helped to his feet by the coaching staff. Implored to get back down the floor. Poitras couldn't get it to roll in. He's going to be called for the offensive foul.
Boy, that was the worst movement on offense that Vanderbilt's had. That was a spectacular play that isn't going to...
Clock inside 15.
Go past him, go by him.
Deidre Johnson has to fire up a shot, and it won't go. Moats got a hand on it, and then Harrell took a shot in the midsection as he and Moats were going after the ball. Ed Corbett looked back down Moats' way as if he was afraid he'd missed something. He's still struggling to catch his breath as he sits down on the floor right in front of us. Wiltshire takes a turnaround jumper, and Kyle's had a struggle tonight offensively. It's a big one here.
You see, Goodwin took the ball to his left and threw it back.
Directions why you want to move it out.
Yeah, don't pass the same direction you dribble.
Goodwin up for Noel on the dunk. A beautiful look from Archie Goodwin, and Noel finishes it, and Kentucky's up by 4. 11.7 rebounds on the night.
Take advantage of it right here. That's the situation down at the other end.
Again, should there be a stoppage, he would come in for defensive purposes. Harrell has it. Harrell running out of time. Goodwin. They're not going to beat the clock, I don't think. Did he get it off? Vanderbilt wants the shot clock violation. They gave it to him, and Kentucky has the 5-point lead. Stallings is calling a timeout. He is adamant and livid that the shot clock expired before Noel put the ball in the bucket. We'll have another look at it. Stallings incredulous. Noel got the shot off. Now it's at 0.
It's at 0 before he got the shot off.
It appeared from that angle he was still touching, and you see the clock in the middle right of the screen. Noel's up 0. That ball appears to still be in his hand.
Yeah, let's see. Now it's gone. There, it was 1 point something.
And we haven't seen the officials make a move to change their decision, so a fortuitous sort of events for the Wildcats. The last couple of buckets that he's had, including this one to give the Cats a 5-point lead. Now Vanderbilt's got to hurry. Not a lot of time to wait. Keaton Johnson for 3. He's got it. 2-point game, 7.6 remaining. And Stallings is still mad about the shot clock on the other end.
And the ball was still in the hands of the Kentucky shooter.
Maybe they got confused as well. It's tough to get it in bounds. Let's see him touch it last. It goes off the base. Vanderbilt has the ball back.
Going to break somebody into this corner. Right here he comes. And he's going to take a 3, I think, to win it. Somebody will.
Roden, Moe, Keaton Johnson for the lead. Rims out. Harrell has the rebound, and Kentucky is going to escape 60-58. Johnson had a look at it. A valiant comeback by the Commodores will fall short, and Kentucky gets its first SEC win and its conference opener on the road, 60-58, what turned out to be a great finish here in Memorial Gym. Vanderbilt looking for some Memorial magic late, and Kentucky with some really good defense to make it difficult for the Doors.
Well, they got about as good a shot as they could get. Now here again, though, might have had a chance for the shot fake over here. Watch on the reverse. Now he gets it away. Shot fake and one dribble, but he may not have had time. It was real close to the buzzer going off on the shot.
The tremendous effort by Archie Goodwin to get a hand on the ball and sort of disrupt that particular play. And Kentucky wins it 60-58 to get a win on our Thursday night showcase. Coming up next is Sports Center for Bob Knight and our entire ESPN crew. I'm Reese Davis saying good night from Nashville. Exhilaration and relief for Ashley Judd as the Wildcats get out of Nashville with a victory. The proceeding has been an exclusive presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader. Here's Sports Center.